Hi English speaking people. The other day I applied for an English language school. I don't know if you think that. My English is good enough or not. Let's say my English is good enough, but I somehow thought I needed to study English again. It's because, since I started filming this YouTube videos, English and Japanese, well, it's mostly in Japanese, but some are English. And I found speaking English was actually quite a lot of fun, and I felt like talking to a native speaker so that I can know how my English is, and that also maintain my English, even improve my English. The reason why I would like to improve my English is because, number one, I used to want to study art in English. I still think so, but it's pretty tough because I used to try to read a British art magazine. I used to subscribe that for 1 year, but there were lots of difficult words that I did not know. I simply need more vocabulary to be able to read them. Well, I actually took a trial lesson in the school. I actually applied, and the teacher suggested me that I should just keep reading them and looking at the words I don't know in dictionary or whatever. That's the only thing I can build my vocabulary. Well, I do not know it, but the thing is that I cannot motivate myself on my own, so that is why I knocked on the door, and that was reason number one. And reason number two, well, I have already told you one, just to maintain my English. So I've already said 2 reasons, and then last week I guess, I was surfing online, googling random jobs for the future, and I've been curious about digital 3D sculptor. I've tried several times to draw things in virtual reality area, buying VR goggle and controller and a gaming PC. Somehow I did not succeed to set up those, and finally I gave up and sold them all. I'm not really computer geek, video games geek, but I knew that there is a software for personal computer called ZBrush that allows me to actually model something like clay at the computer. I do want to try that, so I have to save some money to prepare them. I know I'm quite skillful sculptor if I use actual material, but I'm not sure that I could do that in virtual reality, but I am curious about it. Well, I'm going to work for a new company. That must be a tough job, I guess, but they're gonna pay me well, so I can save some money to buy a new iMac and software so that I can start studying how to sculpt in virtual reality, and eventually I might be able to apply for digital 3D artist, and they're required all over the world. And what's more, after the COVID-19 pandemic, they even allow us to work remotely, so I don't even have to go to America or Europe, wherever. Just I need to have the environment and proper business English. So, well, I did have experience a job that I needed English language, but other than the experience of my working holiday in the Republic of Ireland and Australia, I had no experience working for a foreign company. So I should really need proper business English and even improve my speaking, listening, writing and reading. So that is why I decided to go to a English language school. And that is why I'm taking this video. And for my practice, I might film and upload videos on YouTube in English more often than before for my English study. So speaking of my trial lesson, that was quite a lot of fun. My teacher is a British guy, and so I don't really speak American kind of accent, and other teachers seem to speak American accent or some other international accent. Well, this guy doesn't really have rich British accent, I'd say, and he speaks plain English and it sounds natural to me. So, but obviously he's from England, so he must have got British sort of accent. So now I've got Irish and Aussie background sort of accent. So I think I'd go well with him. And plus he well educated in linguistics, and he also understands my aim. And so he pointed out my every single tiny mistakes, and which was so helpful to improve my English. And he also used some other phrases that I may have not known, that actually I did not. So I've got some new words and phrases. Oh, and plus I found a great one, which is an application called WordHolic. Quite a unique name, isn't it? It's just simple word cards application, and if you tap it goes backwards, it shows English and Japanese back and forth. Oh well, they're what I typed, so you need to type them to make the cards. So you know, it's not prepared word cards, but it's just notes so that you need to type. If I said that in a good way, you can completely customize list of the cards. So I just made some cards from the notebook I made. So they are basically I learned in the trial lesson. If I make it every time, hopefully I may be able to, you know, memorize and use them. Eventually they're all mine. And another good thing with this, it reminds me of reviewing the cards. So it gives me notifications. So I'm quite, how do you say, smartphone-holic kind of person. So, but you can use the smartphone-holic in a good way. This notification easily takes me to the English study. It's just a couple of cards, so it takes just a couple of minutes. For now, it's because the cards are not so many at the moment, but it's quite good tool to build your vocabulary. You can even type whatever language you are studying, so it's so useful. And it even pronounces the words or phrases, so it's awesome. I reckon I spoke too long. Anyway, I'm gonna start going for the language school from the beginning of June, and the lesson would be once a week. I reckon twice a week would be too often, I guess. Well, I could do that, but you know, every time it costs some money, and I don't really think, you know, if you go there twice a week, your improvement goes at the double speed. I don't think so. And for my motivation, I should not really, you know, rush. Anyway, I hope my English will get even better, and I hope I'll be able to prove it. Alright? I think it was just a simple vlog. I don't know if you enjoyed the vid. Well, thank you very much for being here till the end. I'll talk to you soon. Have a lovely day, mate.